Greetings, adventurers. Where are you guys? Why is chat missing? What happened? 1 second. Let me get you guys back up. Wait, it should be there. This is just a refresh. Wait, what? Where are you guys? Can you still see us there? I mean, I can see you guys on my OBS chat. You guys just aren't. Alright, this is what I get for updating OBS, guys. Why did I update OBS? Right, what if I do some random thing like this? To update it now? Your first mistake. It was a mistake. Everything should be working. What? Refresh. Where did you guys go? Alright, well, that's kind of a problem. Hello, Adzennies, hello. You ate the text? Why would you eat the text? That's not right. It was working just before, but I updated OBS before stream because, you know, for my mic. I think my mic is working better now. As in, I shouldn't be too soft anymore when you guys hear me. But unfortunately, it looks like our chat is gone. Where are you guys? I'm not sure. If it pops back up, it's not even showing the... Well, for now, it looks like you guys will be gone, but I guess you guys can see in just the YouTube chat, right? Yeah, it's... For now, I'm not sure how to fix this one. I don't think it's YouTube though, because before I updated OBS, I could see that you guys were there, like I saw it. We go here. Hi Altus, thank you for using my artwork as a thumbnail. No problem, Aika. Once again, thank you so much for doing art of me. I'm always so appreciative of all the artists who draw me. It really does mean a lot. More chat box. No, none of the chat boxes are working. Oh, only one person watching the stream? It's okay. All of the Adzennies are just one person. You are all combined. It's okay. I don't really care about numbers as long as I can see you guys in chat and I can talk to you. That's fine. Don't worry about what YouTube says. We are a collective. Yeah, just one big mochi pile. It's just calculated in a big mochi pile. We didn't exist on screen. It's okay. I mean, you guys are technically in my arms, right? You're right here in my arms. Okay. Well, I'm not sure if it's just gonna suddenly spawn back in or it's not. We're not gonna have it, but I guess what we can do is what should I do? You know what? I've got an idea. Since we can't see chat anyway, let me do one thing. Alright, hold on 1 second. ちょっと待って。We'll use this, sure. Alright. We don't need chat for a second until it pops back. Wait, where's everything? What do I need to hide? This one and this one. Oh, no more birthday. I hope everyone managed to get the birthday stuff before it was gone. But it is gone now. Thank you everyone for your support. Alright. There we go. We're technically sort of touching grass, but not. Alright. There we go. We were just we'll just talk like this, okay guys? Unfortunately no chat at the moment. If it comes back up I'll let you guys know. But okay, this is just our chat for today. Oh, I should show you schedule. Schedule has been approved, I believe. Alright, schedule for this week. Hold on 1 second, let me show you guys. I'll move over here. Alright, there is the schedule for this week, guys. Alright, it's crazy. From the 30th March to 5th of April. Man. 5th of April. Well. I thought 2 goes this week. Yeah, I wanted to, but Mana-san said maybe not. Maybe I should give you guys actual content instead of just working. So only 1 go stream this week. But thank you, Ariga, for the art. As always, I appreciate that. Also, don't forget, I think there's like 10, 11, 12 more days or something. If you guys want to send me a gift or anything for my birthday, I think you guys have about 10 more days to do so. If you want to send any letters or any kind of physical stuff, there's a limited amount of time left. Alright, so we have today, we have the ONI-ZATSU. Tomorrow we have Pokepia during the daytime. Wednesday we have a ghost stream. I think honestly that unfortunately this year, guys, I'm a little too busy to plan something for April Fools. I did want to do something, but I'm so busy, guys. So we're just gonna have a ghost stream. I do need to get work done. But you know, hopefully, I don't know, maybe we can put Bazzy in the corner or something. Just so you can stare at him. But yeah, we will be, I do need to get a lot of work done, especially it's getting closer and closer to being finished, so I do want to make sure I wrap it up and finish it and not, you know, keep stretching it on. I feel like the days go by so fast, it's like if I don't concentrate, it's so easy for it to just pass by. So we post a gift but it arrives after allocated time. Will that still be considered? Yes, I think as long as you post it before the time, it should be okay. Because obviously shipping times are all random. But as long as you post the gift before the time runs out, you guys should be fine. But yeah, so we're gonna have a ghost stream on a Wednesday, and then Thursday we're taking a day off. Friday we're gonna play Kukiyomi number 2, so that should be kind of fun as well. And then Saturday we'll be playing an indie game called Limbo. I'm not sure if you guys have seen. I think maybe some of you might have seen it before, but it is a very artsy, atmospheric game. Kind of subtle horror, but not like horror. Yeah. But I think it should be kind of fun. It's like a puzzle game more than anything. It's not really horror, but it is kind of like existential dread, kind of. I don't know what to call it, but I think you guys might like it as well. And hello Kawhi, how's it going? But yeah, and then Sunday once again, day off to finish a lot of work. I am getting through a lot. I think I'm making a lot of progress every day on the work I have to do. It's kind of crazy how much there is, but honestly I can't wait to finish. I don't know what that beep just was. Hello, computer, are you okay? Did you guys hear some random beep? Alright, well, let's hope we don't get jump scared by some random thing. Okay. I've been recovering from hip surgery. I hope you recover well. Please take it easy and take your time. I had the beep. Alright, well, we should be fine, right? But I can't wait to finish what I'm working on, so that, because there's so much other thing I also want to work on. But I just don't have any time at the moment. Like, I do want to work on the Adzennies and the infra reference sheet as well. That's one of the next big things I really want to work on. But we'll just have to wait a little bit. But yeah, this is the, you know what? Let me do this. I will at least post it to the community tab for now. The schedule, so that you guys can see it. And then I'll post it to Twitter and stuff later on. So let me do this. Okay. Okay, there we go. Would you ever consider doing an Adzennie poster part 2 for all the new Adzennies? To be honest, you know, the first Adzennie poster, I did all of the sketches and I showed you guys, but in terms of the finished piece for that I wanted to post, the file for that is so big and that I can't even open it properly without it lagging everything. And it's yeah. My computer has crashed twice trying to work on that file. So it's a very, like, I try to save it, takes 5 minutes to save, even with my computer. I don't know, maybe we can do... If I did another Adzennie poster thing first, I feel like I would have to finish the first one properly and then post it. And then second, I think I would also have to figure out a way to make it a bit more... a bit easier to do in terms of, you know, not change colors too much and everything, just make it like customizable, but to only a certain extent. So, yeah. But, you know, it is a possibility in the future. We can see. And Yukino, thank you for the 15 months. That's crazy, 15 months, man. That's a long time. But Yukino, thank you for the 15 months of love and friendship. Welcome back. 15 months. My follow-up visit today went quite well. I really want to go back to work soon. I want to earn money. Well, I hope you're recovering well and you can use your hand a bit better. But please don't push yourself as well. Make sure you recover properly so you don't injure yourself again. But I hope it all goes well. Money is good. I'm with you on that one. Alright. Well, let me just position. You know what? Around here is fine. Alright, everybody hydrate as well. I have my big glass of electrolytes. I'm looking at I feel like because I have been working on like the second outfit stuff and everything, the more I look at everything, and because I've been drawing a lot of myself as well, I'm looking at how many changes there are to the second outfit versus this one. You know what? I can say that once again, this outfit will always be a classic. But I think I like the second one better. Not gonna lie. You know, I think I do like the second one better. It's just teasing us now. Yeah, I kind of am. But you guys would know what I mean when you eventually see it. But it's something I'm really happy with, so. And Elena, thank you for the 15 months of love and friendship. 15 months, I'm glad you like my art. I come with good news. After 2 years without one, I got a job. You work so hard, so I want to congratulations on your job. Clapping for you. Well, I hope you enjoy your job and you get them monies as well. And spoil yourself a little bit. You know, when you get your first paycheck, maybe make sure that you buy yourself something really nice to eat. I feel like that's what I do. Whenever I get a new job or anything and I get my first paycheck, first thing I do is always like, you know, go out with friends and family or something and eat something nice. I feel like that's the best way to treat yourself. But self-reward, always buy makeup first. You know, maybe I should buy more skincare. I don't know. You know what? I feel like I'm kind of fine at the moment. I'm kind of lucky, I guess, that I don't use too much skincare. I still do use like skincare every day, but it's not like a huge kind of routine or anything. But I don't really ever get like breakouts or anything. I feel like my skin thankfully is normally quite good and I don't have to worry too much. But I guess I should make sure it stays that way. And so maybe I should you know, invest in some skincare. As I'm kind of getting ancient now, I should make sure I can stay looking as young as possible for as long as possible. I have a 3-step skincare routine. That's kind of like me. I mean, I have my cleanser, I have my toner, I have my other thing, and the moisturizer. My whatever Riddle collagen thingy. And someone else got the job and then they quit, so instead of putting the ad back up, she just called me. Well, then it was fate. That other person was never meant to have the job. Is it bad if I only use 2 products on skincare? Not really. I feel like it's okay. As long as it's working for you, you know. Everyone's gonna be different on how much skincare that they use. Sunscreen for morning, face wash, cream, serum, and eye cream done. You know what? I would use sunscreen more. I use sunscreen if I walk into the gym. But not gonna lie, most of the time, I don't even go outside most days nowadays. Besides going to the gym, so. You know, I only put sunscreen if I'm going outside. Otherwise, I'm just in my room. I never see sunlight. I'm becoming a gremlin, guys. He's indoors doing art, so he doesn't use sunscreen. Yeah, I do use it every time I go to the gym. Right now, I'm going only about 3 times a week, though. Which I think is more than enough just to maintain and, you know, keep healthy. But, yeah. And Psycho, thank you for 6 months of love and friendship. And Onimaru, the Pirate King. It's always a pleasure to be here, even when bullied. Thank you for making this place safe. This is a safe place. Adzennies and Oniman, I love you. Thank you, Psycho. I appreciate it. Welcome back. And what do you mean bullied? You mean teasing? It's not bullying. I would never bully the Adzennies. And Barry, thank you so much for the 15 months of love and friendship as well. Happy 15 months. Happy you're giving yourself a break. I know that can be hard when you're in the zone and facing deadlines, but we're cheering you on. Thank you, Barry. I appreciate it. Oh, and thank you so much for the gifted fishy as well. Thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Altus has never bullied anyone a day in his life. Exactly, there we go. I'm pretty sure we came to the conclusion that Barry's always right, so there we go. Never bullied anyone, guys. Heck yeah. He doesn't bully, but he always teases. That's different, okay? Teasing and bullying are totally different. Don't worry about it. But I'm still working hard. I feel like every day, work. I feel like in Warcraft. Anyone played Warcraft 3? You know the peons and the is it the villages or whatever? You know, the orc peon and the human is a human villager? I forgot the builder guy. I was like, work. I can't build there. That's what that's how I feel. Every day just work. But everything is turning out good. There's, you know, I try not to think about how much work I have left because I am doing a lot, but then there's a lot I have to keep going back and forward on. But it's turning out so good. It's turning out so good, guys. Like, yeah, it's this thing where I want to get through all of them, but you can't really rush stuff. You have to. Since I put in so much work, I do want to make sure I pay attention to the details and not just finish it for the sake of finishing it, but like, you know, making sure I'm happy with every little part of it. And I think for now there's definitely something that's coming along well. yeah, soon, guys. I say soon, but still give it another few months. I think, once again, I'm not sure when the date is, but for me, it's not gonna be soon, as in like a few weeks, maybe, I don't know. I can't even say properly. Finishing for the sake of finishing is my crutch. I know it's different when it's creative work though, and you put in more of your heart and soul into it. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's some things where you can just finish it and it's done, but definitely for this, the creative work, yeah. I can definitely say at this point, this is the hardest I've worked on pretty much anything in my life. On this, any single, like just one single project, I don't think I've done something to this scale ever. It is crazy how big of a scale this is that I'm doing, and how, you know, thankfully, I got some assistance before, but they've pretty much finished their job, and it's up to me to finish the rest as well. But for, I would say like 80-90% of it still, it's all me. And, you know, thinking about how big of a project I've almost done by myself is kind of crazy. Hi, it's interest, and hi, Altus. I'm off topic, but my mom said she really liked the way you laugh and your voice. Well, hello, Levette's mom. Hope you're doing well. Can't wait to see it when released. Hard work will pay off. I really hope you enjoy it. I feel like sometimes I kind of go through in my mind. For 1 second I'm doing art and I'm like, man, the Adzennies are really gonna like this. And like, I'm gonna be, you know, in my head I'm thinking, this is gonna be so cool. I can't wait to show everyone. And then, you know, the next second, I'm like, what if no one watches it? What if I'm working all this time and, you know, put in all this effort and no one really cares about it? Which I know it's kind of silly because I know there's Adzennies that will always support it. But I don't know, in my head that I'm like, I've literally spent like, altogether it's gonna be like 4 or 5 months of my life doing this and working like literally hours and hours every single day, and you know, putting this much effort into just one thing it's kind of scary when I get into the end part of it, you know, when it's all finishing up, and you know, you don't know how it's gonna go. How it's gonna be received, how people will feel about it. Yeah, like, you know, for most of the time, don't get me wrong, most of the time I'm thinking, okay, this is going really good, I think everyone's gonna really like this, I can't wait to show the Adzennies. But you know, from time to time it does creep in that just, you know, what if this doesn't do as well as I think it's gonna be do? But who knows, I guess all I can do is do my best, and we'll see what happens from there. I have to leave stream. No problem, Rose. Thank you so much for popping by. But yeah. This has literally consumed my life for the past few months, ever since last year. I've just been working on this, and yeah. It's understandable that you're feeling the way, but believe we are gonna love it. I hope you guys do. I really hope you guys do, because the amount of effort I have put into this, Yeah, but you know, it's kind of like just because I put a lot of effort into it, it doesn't guarantee that it's gonna like pop off or, you know, be that great. I mean, hopefully, I think it's coming out great and everything, and I like it, but we will see. We will see. Once again, 90% of the time, I feel like I'm doing really good work. I'm super proud of myself, so don't worry about that. It's not like, you know, every day I'm thinking, oh no, it's gonna fail, because I do think it's really good, and I think you guys are really gonna enjoy it, but, you know, from time to time, I get those thoughts that, So you're saying that we need to break your expectations, so we need to blow your mind with support Adzennies. Time to plan. Yes, exactly that. No, just enjoy it the way you want to, guys. No pressure on it. You know, if you guys enjoy it, if you like it, then, you know, share it like normal. But you know, you don't have to be fake about it. If it's not that great, you don't have to pretend that it's great. I don't want to force the Adzennies to do, you know, do anything out of character. And Willow, thank you so much for the 15 months of love and friendship. Thanks to you. When we finally see the video, I'm gonna watch it until it's ingrained into my goldfish memory. Well, I hope you guys do. You know, I don't even know how long the video or anything is gonna be. You know, it's because it's still in the art phase, obviously, because I'm still working on it, but we will see. I have no idea. So many things that I don't know too well. I just have to work hard and we'll see. But there's gonna be a lot of surprises in it. I think there's gonna be a lot of cool stuff that you guys won't expect. I think it tells a really cool story. So, yeah. And honestly, I can't wait to see everyone's guesses on the outfit. I can't wait to post the silhouette and see everyone's guesses as well. I feel like that's always so fun looking at everyone's like guesses on how outfit reveals go. So, yeah. I can't wait. So I like couldn't stay long. No problem, Nuha. Thank you for popping by. There's a new outfit launching. Not anytime soon. I mean, it's hard because I don't have a proper date for it. So, you know, I can't tell you exactly when. It's not gonna be super soon, guys. Don't expect it in the next few weeks because, yeah, it's still, I'm still working on stuff, but you know, maybe a couple of weeks after that. Who knows? So in progress, yeah, stuff is in progress, but I don't have a confirmed date yet, so I can't tell you guys like expect it on this day or whatever. Ponytail Altus will look amazing. Well, you just have to wait and see if I have a ponytail or not. Altus in pigtails. Hello, Altus, I am new. Kisses from Brazil. Hello, Moon Kiss. How's it going? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. As an artist yourself, do you usually do the shrimp pose? I don't think I like super shrimp myself, but when I am doing art, I do find that my my shoulders do kind of, it's not really my shoulders rising, but it's more like, yeah, I do become a little hunched. Because obviously, like, I lean forward to draw on my tablet, so it's not super shrimp, because I feel like, you know, my legs and my back are still, my lower back at least, pretty good posture. It's just that I do have to lean forward to use my tablet, so yeah. And Shifter, thank you for the 15 months of love and friendship. 15 months stopping by during work break with Zendoji to say we will. And always love everything you do, Altus, you're the best. Thank you, Shifter. I appreciate it. Welcome back. How to fix your posture? Good question. You just have to, I think honestly the Pomodoro timer works so well. I just use, when I'm, obviously when I'm not streaming Go, I just search up the Pomodoro timer on Google. And I'll just use that. But, having every 45 minutes, it kind of forces me or reminds me to stretch and everything. So I feel like that's a good way to, even if I start shrimping during the 45 minutes, at least I get out of the shrimping mode by the end of it as well. Remember to unshrimp. Notice you exercise. Doesn't it fix posture? I mean, it doesn't. I feel like I have pretty good posture when I'm just standing. Like, if I'm standing up or anything, I don't really hunch. I feel like I have quite a good posture. But when you're doing art, you have to lean forward. Most of the time, at least. To, at least when I'm working, I have my elbows rested on my desk, kind of like on the desk to help stabilize my hands as I do art. I feel like normally for art, it's kind of natural to kind of hunch a little bit. I need this posture support as well, Jar. Is it bad that I never use the timer normally when I use Go? I mean, I feel like the timer works a lot. It does help, because if I don't, I feel like sometimes I'll lock in for like 4 hours straight, and then I'll just get distracted after that. And it might take me 15 minutes, it might take me 2 hours to lock back in to work. But if I do the Pomodoro timer, I feel like I can just keep going because I get a lot of breaks. So, yeah. It's best to take breaks while working too. I agree. I feel like it does help productivity. I only do breaks when I'm dinner with you. I normally just keep working. I mean, I guess it also depends on how much work you have. If you have something that takes an hour to do, I guess there's not that much point of, taking a break at 45 minutes. But if it is something that you have to work on for continuously for days, it's most probably healthier taking lots of breaks and making sure that you're doing okay. Every time I take breaks, I usually get distracted and do something else. Yeah, I mean, same as me. If I normally took breaks, I also get distracted. But I think knowing that the Pomodoro is very timed, okay, you get 10-minute break after this, then you have to work for 45 minutes. It does keep me on track. I feel like, yeah. Otherwise, if I try to do it myself and just take breaks, normally my breaks turn into an hour or 2 hours without the Pomodoro timer. Because I know I can only take a 10-minute break, it helps me focus again. My breaks turn into a side quest? That's me. If I don't have the Pomodoro timer, if I'm not, you know, very specific about what I do, then my brain would just wander off as well. And Silly Blixie, good luck on your comics, I hope they go well. Take care. Use my phone as a timer so I don't randomly open my socials on break. I only do stuff on the laptop for little distractions. I usually set like alarms when to get back, but I just ignore them. Honestly, yeah, that's kind of what I would be doing, but honestly, I have definitely found it more effective. And I can lock in for longer periods of time if I am using the Pomodoro timer. So, yeah. Once I locked in, I forget about the timer. I mean, that's how I normally was. And sometimes I still do that, but at least for, I don't know, I feel like recently, it definitely has been helping. I feel like it just makes it easier for me to at least start. At least I start with like 3 sessions of Pomodoro timer. Then you know what, after that maybe I'll just lock in for a long time or get distracted for a long time. But at least to start, you know, working for 45 minutes definitely doesn't seem as intimidating or daunting as, you know, I'm gonna do art for the next 8 hours kind of thing. So I feel like, you know, setting the Pomodoro timer also does give me that mental motivation to get started with art as well. Otherwise, sometimes I can take like literally 3 hours before I actually start doing art. And especially because I am on a time crunch, anything that can help me make sure I'm staying, you know, productive is, you know, something that I can use. I lock in, and then if I'm on a roll, I ignore literally everything else, Eden included. That's the typical artist. A lot of times that's been me where I just do art and then literally it's 1 AM and I haven't eaten the whole day, and all I've done was just wake up and do art the whole day. But you know, I don't know how healthy that is. That's, even though, you know, I know a lot of artists can relate, I don't think that's healthy for the long run. And maybe that's also a reason a lot of artists also kind of get sick or get injured a lot of times as well. You know, I feel like we gotta take care of ourselves more, guys. You know, as fun as it is to lock in for so long, you know, not the best for our bodies. We should give ourselves enough break and everything. So yeah, I've been trying to be better about that as well. Especially since I am trying to do this for the long run. You know, I want to, you know, I'm at my desk for so long. I need to figure out ways to keep being healthy so I can do this for the until Zendoji, if you know what I mean. Take care and have rest. But is there any big projects that the Adzennies have been working on? Are you guys doing anything exciting you want to share with everyone? I feel like right now, because my whole life is just consumed with doing this big project, yeah, I don't really have anything else going on. I don't really have too many exciting stories or anything else to tell you guys. Besides, I'm just working on this, and I'm still gonna be working on it, hopefully, by the end of this week though. By Sunday, 5th of April, I hope to be like 99% done. I hope by this Friday I can be like, guys, we're at the end. I can finally rest now. Well, we will see. Maybe this week or next week. Hopefully I will be finished. My character design? Ooh, I hope that's going well. I love character design. I love designing stuff. That's why I want to work on the Adzennies and Infra a little bit more. But one thing at a time. The feeling of being almost done with your artwork is so great. It is, but I have so much art to do. And of course, you know how extra I always am, guys. Like, literally, I don't know why I went so overboard with each artwork, but I'm doing a lot of art, and each of them has like 50 layers. All of them have like so many different layers and effects and everything. Yeah, I just gave myself a lot more work to do. Not so much a project, but I've applied to a university degree for my dream nursing degree. Adzennies, please trust Nums that my application gets accepted. You got this, I believe. You got this, Willow. Trust, you're gonna get it. Everyone believe. I believe the short-term break before the final term, I can add more to the Adventure notebook with the help of Adzennies. How do you manage art block or art burnout? I can never do that. Have a big deadline that you have to finish by, with a lot of things, not just you riding on you having to finish everything, and you just have to like maybe that's not the healthiest, but you know, I don't have a choice in terms of art block or art burn. I just gotta work, guys. I just gotta keep working till it's done. I don't have a choice in this. This is something I decided on, and I gotta finish it. Yeah. I'm currently trying CSP, so I'm drawing a lot of FSP members right now. I really like Clip Studio Paint. The only thing I don't like about Clip Studio Paint is if you create a text file, right? Like you create some words in a, and you save it as a PSD file. For some reason, if anyone else, like if you open it in Photoshop afterwards, it would just be saved as an image file for the text, so you can't just edit the text, which I feel like that's the only one thing that doesn't transfer over, which I wish would transfer over. It's just a little annoying, where if I create text using, like, you know, the text tool in Clip Studio Paint, I can't give it to someone with Photoshop properly. I have to give them the font along with it and everything. Working overtime sounds familiar. Oh no, Martinis. I hope you're also taking some time to take a break and relax yourself. Me with art burnout, but I'm an arts major. I mean, thankfully for right now, I wouldn't say I have any art burnout or like art blocks or anything, because, you know, for this big project I had a clear vision of what I wanted to do. It was my project, it was some, you know, my story and everything. So, you know, thankfully I've kept myself motivated and excited enough where, at least for this project, I haven't experienced that. It's just, I think, once again, it's just a lot of work I have to do. The scale of it is kind of crazy, like crazier than anything you would imagine that I'm doing. And yeah, but once again, this is the best kind of work I could be doing, even though there's so much work. It's something I could only dream of in the past. Being able to work on stories that, you know, I made myself, and like doing all of this, you know, it's kind of crazy, and I really do enjoy and you know, appreciate having this opportunity. So, you know, it is what it is. I'm also painting on nail extensions for the time you inspired me to try and do it myself. Ooh, I hope it goes well. Take pictures and let us see how it is. But yeah. I can't wait to see even more nails. I'm hoping my work helps me with my sleep schedule. My sleep schedule is so bad, guys. My sleep schedule is so bad, it's yeah. I might as well be living in some different country. I do not think my sleep schedule does not line up with the down underworld. But how many a standard time works differently? It does. And hello Green Cat. Mood, I went to bed at like 6 AM. Yeah, that's kind of like me. I feel like I go to bed around that time every day now. Your morning is your nighttime and your nighttime is your daytime. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, because I never really see outside besides when I go to the gym, you know. But yeah, it is what it is. Nocturnal Oni. North America time. It kind of is. You know, maybe I live in what would it be? I don't know. Who knows? I don't even know what time zone I live in. Good morning. Did you just wake up, Green Cat? Okay, maybe your time zone is completely different as well. I watch your stream, then go to bed. When I wake up for work, I see you tweeted like an hour before I wake up. Yeah, that's how it is. No, I'm sleeping soon. Oh, okay. Then look at you being all having a healthy sleep schedule and everything. No matter what time I sleep, I always wake up at 5 AM. Man, I couldn't do that because I go to sleep after 5 AM. Unless I sleep for almost 24 hours, I don't think I'm ever waking up at 5 AM. I did leg day at the gym today. Ooh, I feel my poor hamstrings need to sleep. Well, be careful, stay safe, rest well as well. But good work for going to the gym. Wake up before the crack of dawn this stream. Have you actually slept for 24 hours? I feel like the longest I've slept is maybe like 20 hours or something. I don't think I've slept for 24 hours, but I do remember one time I was so exhausted I just went to sleep at like... It was something like I went to sleep at 8 AM or something, and then I went to sleep. And then when I woke up I was like, oh man, it's still so dark outside, what time is it? And I'm like, wait, why is it like past midnight? Did I just miss a whole day? It's like 3 AM or something. I was like, huh. That was a while ago though. But I think that's the longest I've ever slept. Well, I thought I would wake up sometime like at night, right? But I totally just wake up like the next day. The disorientation that must have caused, yeah. I was so confused. Yeah, it's those kind of sleeps where you wake up and like, you don't know what year it is, you don't know what happened. Yeah. You time travel technically. True. Just skip the whole day. You know, one other thing I want to do, once I finish this project, I want to work on practicing some songs for karaoke. I feel like it's been a little while, and I do want to do another karaoke sometime. Even though, even though they're kind of scary. I have been practicing. I feel like, because we still have vocal lessons and everything, I have been practicing very hard, and I feel like I am improving. The good thing is sometimes when I do an art, I can just put like music on in the background and like practice singing and stuff while doing art as well. So I have been able to practice a lot and try sing a lot, and honestly I think I am I can see an improvement. I can see I am definitely getting better. And I'm kind of proud of how much I think I have improved. So I do want to show you guys as well that I've been working hard on not just art and everything, but singing as well. So I do want to do another karaoke. The only thing is I need to practice a few more songs and be able to do one. Yeah, it's just, once again, once I finish this project, I will have a lot more time for a lot more things. Hopefully. And Yeshin, thank you for popping by. Good luck with your project. Thank you for feeding us. Well, I do my best. But, slowly everything is starting to improve. The only other thing I need to work on is my Japanese skills. Because I feel like, I'm improving on quite a lot of things at the moment, like slowly improving on my singing. Being able to do so much art again, I'm definitely improving on my art again. And everything, but yeah, the one thing I haven't been studying as much with, which I really want to, is practicing my Japanese. Learning Japanese games soon, I should. Yeah, maybe next week I'll put the Wago Tabi again. I mostly forgot all the kanji from that. Not gonna lie, I think I must have probably would have forgotten most of the kanji that we learned in that game, since it's been a while, and I haven't been practicing. But that's why we need to keep practicing and keep improving. Japanese is useful when watching anime. But I just would like to be able to have like simple conversations and everything in Japanese. Kanji's hard to remember though. It is, that's why I need more practice. I just need to figure out what I can do every week for like daily or weekly practice so that I get more repetitions in. Just yeah, I guess I'll concentrate on trying to learn Japanese and everything a little bit more once I finish this project. I think as well, one thing I learned from doing this project is technically how much time I have to get things done during the day. You know, because I work for so many hours a day on art every single day nowadays, and you know, when the project is over, if I spend that kind of, maybe I don't have to go as hardcore as I am doing right now, because even though I have to say it's a little unhealthy with how much, you know, work I'm doing every single day. But, you know, even if I did, you know, a bit of the work I'm doing every day and just focus that on other things, I think I would have a lot of time to complete a lot of, you know, get a lot of singing practice, get a lot of Japanese practice and everything in as well. So, yeah, I think that's one thing I've realized, that if I really want it, I can make quite a lot of time in the day. Like, I'm working on art at least like 10 hours every single day. Beside, you know, aside from streaming and everything, I am working on a lot of art. And so I do have a lot of time if I put the effort in. By the way, Oni-sama, you wanted to be reminded of making a tweet about gathering links of VODs that are helpful for new Adzennies. That is true, maybe... Alright, maybe I should tweet that tonight or tomorrow. And then we'll review it next week. Yeah, so if you guys... Once again, any of the older or newer Adzennies, if you guys have any streams, and you can, you know, you guys can make your own playlist as well that I can just look at. Or you can just give specific examples of videos that you guys, or streams that you guys really enjoyed, that you think encapsulate the experience of being in Harmonia. And you know, I'll go through them and then I'll make my own list of what I think. From your suggestions, I'll make my own list of what I think would be good for new Adzennies to be able to catch up on. And then, yeah, we'll have a growing list of streams that is going to make it easy for all the new Adzennies who join to catch up and be knowers. So all Adzennies are knowers, no one misses out. So, yeah. Alright, I must probably, maybe tomorrow sometime. Tomorrow when I wake up. And that would be so helpful for baby Adzennies. Yeah, that is the goal as well. That I know when, because we are getting a lot of new Adzennies in as well, and I know how hard it can be to join not at the very beginning and kind of wonder how much you missed. And you know, it's not easy to know what all the those key moments throughout the past year and a half were. And having like a little playlist where you guys can watch the majority of things to catch up as quickly as possible and not have to worry about you know, going through every single VOD does make it a lot easier for, I believe it makes it a lot easier for new Adzennies to you know, want to catch up on everything as well. True, I don't have the time to watch other VODs. It is hard because if you want to catch normal live streams and watch all of the VODs, that's like so much work, even for me. It does seem like kind of daunting. I do want the experience to be as easy as possible, and for all of the Adzennies. And if Adzennies gonna whip out a whole ass guidebook for all the new Adzennies, well, that as long as it makes it easier for everyone, I'll appreciate it. And then maybe we can do like, you know, the first Zatsu of every month. We can look back at the previous month and you know, we can discuss, talk about if there's anything that should be added into the playlist as well, so it can be like updated every month as well. We can be like, okay, what happened last month? Anything you guys think should be added into the playlist? And you know, maybe, of course, like birthday streams and stuff are always good to add in, or whatever else it is, but yeah. I just learned today that Onimaru's birthday is on May 5th, on Children's Day, because his birthday bunch showed up on my timeline. It is, yeah, his birthday's coming up, guys, in about a month's time. Maybe over 1 month's time, but you know, around that time, the little baby's gonna have his birthday stream. I do have some things planned for that, I think. It should be a fun time. But yeah, I do have some things planned for his birthday this year at least, so that should be good. Gotta have a section for how many times did Altus jinx himself with the spin wheel and ended up landing on plank. Yeah, I will try to go back through a lot of the VODs as well and you know, pin the timestamps as well. I know that a lot of you guys do timestamps in the comments, which makes it a lot easier as well, and a lot easier for people to go through VODs and not necessarily have to watch everything. But yeah, I really do appreciate the timestampers as well. Altus, your voice is so good. It feels just like ASMR, so I often listen to it before bed. I found I'd love it if you could do a fairy tale reading someday. I could, as long as the fairy tale is copyright free. As long as I'm able to read it on stream, I don't mind. I could do something like that. You know, something. I do want to do an ASMR where it's kind of like the sleep aid ASMRs as well. I mean, technically you could use most ASMRs like that, but I do want to do a super like relaxing ASMR to hopefully help people go to sleep as well. Times like Grim Fairy... I don't know if Grim Fairy Tales would be the best sleeping aid. I have read a lot of the Brothers Grimm's fairy tales, and maybe that's not the best one to be confident. you know, relax and get to sleep too. It is kind of messed up. And hello Stella, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. There's a more horror-ish. Well, you know what? What we could do is, I know there's a lot of Adzennies writers out there, you know. We could have, you know how I have fanfiction reading streams? If we have like a little fanfiction one, but it's more like you guys write little cute stories of like their adventurers going on little adventures or something. And then I'll just read it like super calmly and like almost ASMR-ish, and then we can use that as something for you guys to relax and sleep too. That could be fun as well, and then you guys get more involved as well. Yeah, there was something like, you know, fairy tale-ish, something nice and calm. I was about to time that, but you said that faster than my fingers did. Kind of like the small butt art series you did, but in prompt form. Even back then, I always use Altus videos to help me sleep. Your voice is so calming. Well, I'm glad you find my voice calming. And hello Michi, how's it going? I feel like my voice is normally on the lower end, but nowadays, especially for my singing, it is pretty cool that I'm starting to be able to sing much higher notes, a lot more comfortably as well, where it's a lot. I remember before singing Night to Day, was like really hard. Especially the chorus was literally the highest I could sing, where I'd have to warm up so much, and I would like really have to like lock in to sing the chorus. And I think the highest note in the chorus for Night to Day is A sharp, I believe, like A sharp 4, I think. But now I can definitely sing a lot higher than that, which is kind of crazy. Because I think in my past vocal lesson, the previous one, I think I had it last week, was kind of testing how high I could sing in terms of like still using like, you know, that kind of chest voice, mixed voice, not falsetto. Obviously falsetto you can go much higher, but more in like the chest mixed voice. And I got up to a C sharp 5, which is quite a bit higher than the A sharp. So, you know, I am definitely improving. I'm definitely getting better, which is really good to, you know, it's really good to know that, you know, and see, as well as like seeing the vocal teachers be also like proud of me, like, you know, impressed by slowly, like, you know, how much I'm improving. Do you know Epic the Musical? I love Epic the Musical. I still listen to that sometimes. It's on my Spotify playlist, but I love Epic. You have any songs you'd like to cover given a chance? I mean, there's a few covers that I'm trying to do this year, but I feel like in terms of, because most of the songs we can cover are normally Japanese songs, right? Because that's the ones we have rights to. But the sad thing is, I guess, is I don't really know too many Japanese songs. So I'm sure there's a lot of Japanese songs out there that, you know, I would really like to cover, but I've never heard of them or don't know them. So, yeah. I just, if it pops up on my YouTube or something, that's pretty much the only way I discover new Japanese songs nowadays, unfortunately. My friends always sing to Epic and they always yap about it to me. I mean, it's good. I really like Epic as well. Yeah, we watched Epic in the membership stream. In a membership stream before. So if anyone has a membership and, you know, you can, I guess, do the watch along with us if you go back to that VOD. And hello, Tsuki. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. I hope your headache goes away. I am late. Hello, late. I am Altus. But I really am trying to improve on so many things at once. And, you know, I feel like slowly, as long as I keep at it, I will slowly keep getting better and better. Is there a chance for One Piece watch along? Maybe when One Piece remake comes out, guys. The Studio Wit One Piece remake. I'll totally watch that. Have you watched the One Piece live action? I haven't watched second season yet, unfortunately. You know, so many things I want to watch. I'll watch it after I'm done with this current project. But I really do want to watch the second season of it. Yeah, I'll just have to wait 1 or 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure, given on how much work I'm doing at the moment, in 1 or 2 weeks I should be finished with this project. So, yeah. You mentioned you're a One Piece fan. Who's your favorite character? Favorite characters, I would say I love all of the Straw Hats. Like, it's hard for me to decide between the Straw Hats, but, you know, I think my top 3 are always gonna be Luffy, Zoro, and Ace. I'm not sure which order they're in, but those are my top favorite characters. But honestly, every single Straw Hat is top for me. And then I haven't really thought about the rest, but definitely Straw Hats are just, they're just, I don't know, it's the crew, right? I don't want to pick between them. I just love the crew. But yeah, if you guys don't know, One Piece is my favorite, pretty much favorite manga anime of all time. Yeah. It's yeah, for so long it's been at the top. I think for me as well, during the Water 7 arc where they save Robin, that's kind of like what cemented One Piece as being my favorite. And then yeah, I think nothing will ever replace it as my favorite. How do we feel with Marineford, man? Heartbreak. Annie's love, yeah. It's so good. That's such a good arc. It's such a good arc. Because, like, before then I was reading, you know, One Piece and really enjoying it. But once I got to, you know, Enies love you. And then finish that arc, I was like, I love One Piece. So reminds me of when Gale covered one of the One Piece OP songs. Ah yeah, he sang that during his 3D, didn't he? I think. But then I enjoy like a lot of anime and manga. I'm not the kind of person who's like, One Piece is the best, everything else sucks. I feel like on Twitter every day I see so much arguments between like, what's the best anime and stuff, and it's like, bro, you guys need to chill, whoever's like arguing on the internet, like, you know. It's crazy to me where, you know, people like, oh, you know, people talk about Naruto fans versus Bleach fans and everything. And I was like, back in my day, everyone was a fan of everything. Like, everyone was reading the big three together. It's not like you're a Naruto fan and not a Bleach fan. You're literally reading all three. I feel like I don't know what happened to the new generation of readers and stuff like that are just, you know, only one or the other, but like, you can enjoy all of the stories together and just be happy with everything. I don't know why you have to pick sides. It's kind of crazy to me where people like, you know, feel that way. Because, you know, there's nothing stopping you from reading a bunch of different ones. Hello, hello, first time here. Hello, Ali, how's it going? Thank you for joining us. I hope you're having a good day today. We're just talking about manga and anime at the moment. Consensus seems to agree it's because normies came at some point. Honestly, yeah. As much as, you know, I don't like the term normies and weebs and everything in terms of, you know, I feel like it is. Before, I feel like everyone just used to enjoy everything, and you could talk to, like, at least back in my day, you know, me and my friends could talk about any of the you know, current popular anime, and everyone was enjoying all of them, you know. But now it's so divided. I don't know why it's so divided. And Wyla, thank you for the 15 months of love and friendship. Welcome back. 1 + 5 = 6. 69. Thanks for the 51 months. Well, thank you, Wyla. And Ariga, thank you for the gifted fishy. I appreciate it. Thank you for always being so supportive. Currently watching Gachiakuta in Netflix. I started reading a tiny. I feel like I've read the first 10 chapters of that manga, but I haven't gotten further than that. Yeah, I remember I wanted to read the manga. I think I downloaded some of the chapters to read on the plane last time in December when I was going to Japan, but beside the first 10 chapters, I think the rest of them failed to download for some reason, and so when I opened it up in my app, I was trying to read it, I was like, wait, damn, I can only read like 10 chapters. And then I just haven't caught up since then. But I really like the art style. It has such a cool art style as well. And hello Migore, good morning. Finally finished a huge task and had a long sleep. Well, congratulations, good work. And I'm proud of you for finishing whatever task that was. Good work, Migure. Did you watch Fire Force? I'm gonna be honest with Fire Force. I was reading it, and I think that's the only manga I stopped reading because I got annoyed with the I forgot what her name was. The one that's kind of like has a power where she always has the quote-unquote fan service whenever she tries to do anything. I felt like that was too, I don't know, for me it just came off the wrong way and I didn't like it, and so I just stopped reading it. And I'm a huge fan of Soul Eater, but yeah, I just couldn't because of that. Yeah, it's sad because she's such a good character, but they do it to her so much. Yeah, I feel like they could have made it a bit more tasteful than that. It was just, you know, for me it was just not it. So yeah, I stopped reading that, unfortunately, because it started off good for me, but yeah. Do you have a favorite romance anime? I'd have to check. Mostly most of the things I read, it's mostly manga rather than anime. I don't really watch anime that much. I mostly read a lot of manga, I think. But I have to look through all the things I've read. Have you watched Love Through a Prism? Doesn't sound familiar to me, so I would say no. I honestly just ignored her most of the time because the story was good. Yeah. I mean, I understand as well, and I'm sure the story's good. It's just, yeah. Just for me, it was, yeah, it came off as too, I don't know, it was just in a really bad taste. At least for me, that's kind of just how I felt like. Yeah. I'm more down for fan service, but please make it tasteful. Iron Host Club? I read that. You know, I watched that, I think. I'm pretty sure maybe that's one of the only... That's, yeah, I feel like I watched it so long ago. And I can't remember half the things in that. But that was a long time ago. That is a throwback, but I did watch that one. I think that's the one I watched and didn't really read. Did I read it? I can't remember. I know I watched it though. What's funny is I never watched Soul Eater, but I'm gonna watch it because it's the sequel. Honestly, I never finished Soul Eater because I forgot when I caught up to the updates, then it was like updating really slow or went on a hiatus or something. I forgot. But I know I read 95% of Soul Eater. Episode 8 of Aron made me rethink finishing this series. I can't even remember what episode 8 is. Have you ever read or watched A Sign of Affection? It's one of my comfort series. You know, I don't really know. I can't remember names of stuff. Let me see what this is. See if it jots in memories. I can't tell honestly. I would have to look at it because the art looks familiar, but I guess that's very like just typical shoujo style as well. But the characters look familiar. But I can't remember. Honestly, I used to read a lot of shoujo as well, but I can't remember which ones I've actually read because I read them a very, very long time ago. I haven't watched any new anime series recently because I went anime, manga, manhwa, novels pipeline. I feel like most of the times now, I still read manga, I read a lot of manhwa, and read a lot of webtoons as well. Novels, not so much. I feel like I don't have the time at the moment to sit down and read a novel as much as I want to. It's a love story between a deaf girl and a polyglot, and it's super heartwarming and cute. You know what, maybe I'll put it on my to read. I'm not sure if it sounds familiar, but okay, when did it come out? Maybe that will let me know if I've read it. When did it come out, guys? When did the manga first come out? Oh, if it's super recent, then no. If it's a super recent one, then I have not. I like a silent voice. That was a good... Was it a series or movie? I forgot, but I watched it. That was really good. I think, yeah. First chapter came out in 2019. Okay, then I didn't read it. No, I wouldn't have read that then. I think the big time I was reading like literally every single manga there was like before then, a few years before then. I get impatient for manhwa updates, so I get read the novel that was adapted from. You know what? I kind of get you on that. Sometimes when you're reading a really good series and then you catch up to updates, but you just need to know what happens. That makes sense. But yeah. I used to do this thing where I'd look at literally all of the top rated manga, like, that doesn't matter what kind of genre it is. It could be like shoujo, shonen, seinen, slice of life, action, fantasy, romance. It doesn't matter what it was. I'll just literally go down the list and read everything up to the update or finish the manga. And I read like the top 100 manga like that before. But that was in the past. I was just reading everything. I can never find English translation novels. Usually. That is something that is hard, definitely. I think one other thing as well is, for manga, I think one thing that unfortunately is, for Shonen Jump, right? I use the Shonen Jump app to read all of my manga. Because for me, I do like the fact that I'm paying the original, I'm paying the company. I have this Shonen Jump app. And it's like only like I forgot how much, like $5 or something a month for the subscription to it. But I do like the fact that I am supporting the artist and like, I'm actually reading it from there. But at the same time, not gonna lie, I feel like the official translations aren't as good as a lot of fan translations. I feel like I don't know why they always change things around a little bit and everything, or try to localize things, but like official translations are never the greatest. Which kind of sucks. Like, you know, I don't know why they have to do it, but you know, I'm still paying, I'm still supporting because I believe in supporting artists, and you know, especially my favorite series and everything. I have the Shonen Jump app subscription. But yeah. It's kind of sad, and sometimes I see like it pop up on Twitter, like the difference in the official translation versus what like the actual meaning in Japanese is and what it should be. And sometimes they change it so much. I'm like, why? Can't we just keep to what the author wanted? Why are we changing the meaning behind things for no reason? Just give me a direct translation, please. But at the end of the day, I'd still want to support the artist anyway. Sometimes they translate it too literally and miss the meaning of certain words. Yeah, or sometimes they do the opposite, where instead of like doing the direct translation, they would try pick something that makes sense in a Western context, but then it kind of changes the whole meaning because they do that. You can read both to support artists and fan translation. That is kind of true, but you know, the good thing about the Shonen Jump app is like it's all just in one place. I can keep up to date with all the manga I'm reading in just that place, and it keeps up to date. But yeah, what are your current favorite series? Let me see. What am I reading at the moment? Right now, let me just open up some apps. I am up to date with One Piece, One Punch Man, Spy Family. I finished Kaiju 8. I'm pretty much up to date with Gokurakugai. I'm halfway through reading Dun Dun Dun. Let me see what else. I'm almost up to date with Eliseed. I'm up to date with Kingdom. Honestly, I feel like Kingdom's such a underrated series, guys. For anyone who hasn't read, I love Kingdom so much. Honestly, one of my like those, I feel like it's such a sleeper anime, like manga, where no one talks about Kingdom, but it's so good. I'd highly recommend reading. It's such a long series though. It does have like 800 and something chapters at the moment, but I think it's so good. It's got such a fun story. If you're into like, it's what would it be called? Like action manga. It's like pretty much about the unification of China and like the of the you know, the of the states kind of trying to become one, and of the wars and everything. But it's so good. Yeah, I'm reading one of these webtoons called it's called Murum Login, which I kind of like. That's been a lot of fun. What else? There's quite a few. I'm not super up to date with some of them now. I haven't read them in a little while, but I'm just going through and seeing. Because a lot of them I've kind of finished or like caught up to date, and then now I don't know where I am for some of them. I guess Altus read Nanomichi. I did until I haven't read the recent updates though. I haven't read that for a little while, but I did read it for quite a while. There's one called Mercenary Enrollment. There's actually a pretty good one called Pick Me Up, and it's not a pick-up kind of thing. It's the kind of normal like isekai webtoon kind of one. It's not, it says pick me up, but it's not like a pickup kind of one. You ever read Localization? I did. I read quite a lot of chapters on that, but I'm not up to date. I read a lot of Localization there. What else is there? I was reading a lot of Overgeared, but I'm not up to date with that. Yeah, I feel like there's so many, but I can't remember how many I've read now. I'm not up to date. I was up to date before, but not currently up to date with the beginning after the end. I'm same thing. I was up to date, not currently up to date with Jungle Juice. I really like that one though. That's a pretty cool one. Have you ever read BL manhwa or manga? I have. But those aren't in my apps, those are in my bookmarks. That's different. I have to check a completely different thing to find them. But yeah, I feel like I've read a lot. I feel like the ones I listen now are the ones I'm currently reading because they're still updating, but I've read a lot that are already finished as well. I just, once I've kind of finished them, they're kind of gone from, can't remember. I admit, I think the time I watched the most anime was when I would just watch during my AP and Honors class. I haven't been keeping up for years. Yeah, it's... Anime is really good, but it takes so long to watch. Manga is so much faster, and I just love reading manga. You're a fan of an... Oh, Berserk? I mean, I was a huge fan of Berserk as well. I'm not currently up to date. I kind of caught up before. But kind of when they went to the fairyland place, that's kind of where I got up to. So I guess that's not super recent, but sort of recent. But I was reading Berserk for quite a long time. I don't know how I finished Hunter x Hunter in this short timeline. Hunter x Hunter was so good. Wait, did it finish? Is it still going? I don't know what happened with Hunter x Hunter. I swear it keeps going on a hiatus, then gets a few chapters, then stops, then starts. I read to the finish of the Chimera Ant arc, and that's about it. That's the last thing I read for Hunter x Hunter. Wait, no. I read until after that, actually. I don't want to say any spoilers, though. But it was after that. I read a little bit after that. Because I do remember some things happening, but those are spoilers, which I don't want to say just in case anyone hasn't read Hunter x Hunter yet. And hello Daniel, how's it going? Have you watched One Piece? I did. I watched the live action, only season 1. I haven't watched season 2 yet. I will watch it in a few weeks once I have more time. But yeah. I enjoyed season 1, so I do want to watch season 2. I already finished watching Hunter x Hunter. I haven't read the manga, but I already watched the anime. You know what? I actually watched the anime and read the manga for Hunter x Hunter, actually. Have you ever cried while watching anime or reading manga? I still tear up thinking about Chopper's story in One Piece. I mean, so many things in One Piece give me so many feels, but I don't think I've ever cried watching or reading anything. You know, I've been moved, but I don't think I've ever cried watching or reading anything, ever. I can never read the manga for Hunter x Hunter, the dialogues are so long. Yeah, sometimes it goes into full descriptive mode, where it's more like a novel. Like, but did you know that during this time, this person's evolution started, and the blah blah blah. Yeah, it does have very long dialogues in Hunter x Hunter, where it's talking about how someone's powering up and talking about every muscle fiber increasing some way. But you know, I don't know, Hunter x Hunter was really good, so I did read it. 2 updates. Demon Slayer movie? I only watched the first one, the Mugen Train one. I watched that one. I watched the first season of Demon Slayer and then that movie, but I never watched after that. I totally should, because I did enjoy it, but I feel like, I don't know why I never watched like season 2 and everything. Or was it? It was season 1, then the movie, right? Then season 2 after that, I think. Gotta go now, but have a good day everyone. It was nice discovering you, and the chat is very nice too. We'll definitely check in again, no problem. Ali, thank you so much for popping by, and stay safe, take care. Actually, in one of my literature classes, all we did was pick books and periodically write to the teacher about what was happening, and I got permission to read TGCF on my phone for it. You know what? I still need to read more of that. I've only read, I can't even remember how much I've read. Like, I think I've read the first 2 books. But there's so much more. I just haven't had time to read it. But I do want to keep reading TGCF. I finished watching the movie, first movie, then second movie of Demon Slayer, but they're gonna make 3rd movie soon. Yeah. I need to catch up. By the way though, what's the thing on your head? The thing on my head? What's on my head? Are you talking about my horn? You mean my horn? Or the chain on my horn? Was there anything else there? Hair? Hair's on my head as well. Maybe you're talking about my horn. That's a horn, by the way. I'm not sure if you can see, but I'm an Oni. I have a horn. Used to have 2. Altus Demon Slayer AU, I've been thinking about that. Well, I guess I'm a demon in Demon Slayer. I submit Yaoi to my literature teacher. You know what? But it's based. Who's slaying you? I don't know. I don't know if anyone there can. Who knows? I haven't read enough or watched enough Demon Slayer to know how powerful everyone really is. Yeah, I don't know how strong. Do you eat people? No, I wouldn't say I do. As in, if you weren't nerfed, you'd win. Yeah, I mean, you know, it was in the Demon Slayer universe. I feel like I'd have my powers back, right? What's with the pause? Don't worry about it. I would never eat someone. What are you talking about? I really love your voice. It's really soothing. Oh, I just saw a mosquito fly by. Crap. The pause? Don't worry about the pause, okay? I think you're talking about a different kind. Don't know what you're talking about. I know what your brain thought. Nah, I just, you know, I have a bad memory. I just had to make sure I was remembering correctly if I was, if I ever ate anyone in the past, but no. You know? I can eat their souls. I can absorb different things, but I don't eat people like, you know. I'm not gonna like eat someone's arm or something. That's for the lower kind of demons, you know. It's a bit unrefined. Is this new law crumbs what? No, you know that I can absorb people's powers and stuff. How else do you think I have all of the Altus? They're just different powers that I absorb. Altus Muzan? How strong is he? That's a Michael Jackson dude, right? Is he even that strong? How strong is that guy? He's the final boss. Doing moonwalk and you sully in the cap. Muzan has like 5 hearts or brains, I forgot. Is that it? Did Muzan ever fight gods or was he just fighting humans? Is that it? He can talk to me after he tries to defeat gods, and then the gods get scared and then have to cheat to beat him. If that ever happens, then he can come verse me. Is that it? Okay, Mr. Demon Lord? Mm-hmm. Now he got scared of a certain human. And you want me to fight him? By gods, is it Ash? No, I've never versed Ash before. I don't know, I feel like Ash would be pretty strong though. Not gonna lie, I feel like he most probably would beat me right now. Especially like with how nerfed I am right here. You know, if we're back in Primaterra, different story. But right now, I have very limited mana and everything. If I wanted to beat him, I would most probably have to use up all my mana, and that would be very dangerous for me. That would be I would have to. It's hard because I can't really use the lightning in Gaia, right? Because it's made of ether, not made of mana. So I would most likely screw myself over if I wanted to beat Ash. So I don't know if I could win. Maybe I can still win, but it wouldn't be like a win for me. I would still lose even if I win. Use your guy and alt rage bait him. You know, I can do that. I can totally rage bait. That could be something. And Zevi, thank you for the 8 months of love and friendship. Mwah. Welcome back. 8 months and Adzennies already. Can't believe I'm 1 more month until the mana baby. It's okay, with no powers, you'll win every arm wrestling match in FSPEN. That's because I'm an Oni though. I still have my strength, although, you know, Rise is a Dino boy. He is pretty strong. I feel like that's gonna be like a very exciting battle. You're gonna see the ground cracking and everything if me and Rise try to, you know. I know that Dino boy is really strong. He's a dinosaur. I don't know what kind of dinosaur he has, but I assume physically he would be really strong. Can I be the table when you arm wrestle? I'm not sure if you survived that. That's a bit dangerous. And hello Freya, how's it going? Are we power scaling the FSP members right now? You know, I don't know how strong everyone in FSP is. It really depends. There's definitely a few that I think would be in like the S tier, but because I haven't seen the extent of how strong they are, I can't really properly, accurately gauge that. And yeah, and thank you so much for the offering. Mwah. I appreciate the heart. That's very kind of you. Thank you for that. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, it is hard to know in terms of outright who's the most powerful. Just waking up and going and thought to jump on YouTube to see which of my favorite VTubers are streaming. Well, hope you're doing well. Who do you think strongest in each gen? Strongest in Avalon would be... I feel like Cass would be the strongest. As a sage of creation, I don't know the extent of his powers, but I feel like he would have to, like, if he has some crazy elf powers as a sage of creation, I feel like he would be the strongest. Because it's very hard to beat magic. Especially overwhelming magic. Yeah, in terms of Ravenous, Ravenous is kind of hard to... It really depends, because once again, I don't know the extent of everyone's powers. Like, not use a mysterious alien, right? who knows what kind of other powers are. I know he has kind of mind control and stuff. But then again, he did kind of get knocked out in his little video by a bit of electric. By that, when he landed, the scientists used electric field kind of thing and he got knocked out. But, it's not like he went onto his actual spaceship and, who knows, maybe his spaceship could just orbital bomb us. Just launch a huge laser from space and just, fry everyone. So, I don't know, depends on the technology he has as well. Because I guess, his spaceship counts as part of his ability. And he is mysterious, so I don't know the extent of his powers. Hard to say. Mlem, it depends how much, he can use fire magic, but it depends how much of his genie magic he has left as well. I know that he can't do as much wishing power since he became a free genie. But I know he still has a little bit of that power left. Alright, he was freed, so yeah. I'm not sure if he can grant any wish now, but he'll still be kind of powerful with it just depends on the extent of his genie wishing ability still. So yeah, same as that. Depends how OP or not it is. If it has like special rules that he has to still follow or not. Riser, I know Riser's was meant to be like, he was engineered by the architects to be like the strongest kind of hybrid dinosaur thing. Dinosaur man. But I feel like just having the, even though his physical specs would be like S tier, without any magic, it would be hard for him to burst the magic users. He could do really well against some people, but at the same time, like, if he has nothing protecting him from Nayu's mind control, or like, some other kind of magic, it does make it a lot harder. But who knows? Maybe he can still just be that strong physically, like what's that guy? Mashu? Yeah, it just depends on how physically strong or OP he is. And then for me, even though, even though back in the past I could fight the gods and everything, you guys know how nerfed I am in Gaia. So, even though, I only have a limited mana source left as well. And, I can't even use my Oni form because of reasons. So, I am very nerfed here, so I don't know. In Ravenous, it's very tricky to say who's the strongest. Yeah. Because, yeah, I could snap my fingers and, like, summon a blast of lightning down on someone. But, before I wouldn't have to think a second thought on that. But now, that requires a lot of my current mana I have left since I replenish mana very slowly. Yeah, so... Ravenous? I don't know. Question mark on who's the strongest in Ravenous. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, so... Yeah. And then in Lamentus... Once again, I don't know the full extent of everyone's powers. So enough that your lightning strikes feel like static zaps you get. No, I mean, it depends. I could still like send down a huge lightning bolt on people. It just means that I'm running out of a lot of my mana at the moment, which I don't want to use so much. I feel like Ash would be. It would be between, I don't know, how strong Shiki is in terms of what kind of magic he holds. The other three are kind of, you know, as much as I love my sons and Layla, I don't think they're that powerful. You know, I mean, sure, Ellie might have some cool technology since he's doing the whole rift research. But, like, just by themselves, not the strongest. How do you replenish your mana? Do you just wait? Yeah, I can, like, meditate and get a little bit of mana, but it takes a long time. I can, when I defeat the voided, the creatures that you guys fight that come out of the rifts, I can also take their mana crystals and absorb it. But even then, that's like a tiny amount compared to what I used to have. But yeah, it depends how strong Shiki is, because I don't know how strong Shiki is. Shiki is... I don't know. Once again, I haven't seen the extent of Shiki's magic, but I do know that he does have magic. And, you know, he was seen as quite powerful in his world, so... It depends. But I would think that Ash would be, as a god, or as like a... I don't know how much of a god ability Ash has. As at least an angel, a fallen angel, he would be quite strong. Yeah, I guess it depends. I don't know the extent of Ash's abilities as a god. Because, you know, I guess he discovered a new world, right? And just decided to be the god of that world. But... just because he calls himself a god doesn't mean he's like he has all the powers of like... It depends. It just depends on what he means by god. God as in he just rules over everyone and everyone worships him, or did he actually ascend to like godhood? It depends. I'm curious, can people get electric shocked if they touch you? That's only if I'm using my lightning. If I don't want them to, they won't. But, you know, I could also do that. Not gonna lie, I visualized Ellie with like Honey Lemon from Big Hero 6 throwing chemical balls. That's kind of interesting. Then if I put my iPhone to your chest, it can charge like a wireless charger. It can. I can totally do that, but why would I waste mana charging an iPhone? You can just plug it into the wall socket. Why are you wasting my mana? I just said it was a, you know, limited resource. Okay, you go defeat like 5 voided creatures and give me the mana stones first, and then I will charge your phone for you. So you don't like us then? Look, if I use up all my mana, imagine, and then some big kind of monster attacks or some really powerful entity attacks us. How am I meant to defend you guys if I've used all my mana on charging your phones? Alright, so, you know, I gotta have mana stored for emergency situations. We'll do it. You guys still need training, okay? I mean, once again, you guys do good. You're quite good at beating the voided, and you're getting stronger, but there's a lot of stronger things in the world, okay? You guys still need more training. Don't worry about us, we can roll away. Well, you know, I still gotta protect you guys. So I can't use my mana too much. It's okay, the chest charges me even without mana. Training arc, when you guys are already training you guys. You guys are slowly getting stronger, but it takes a while, you know. What do you mean we need training? Where the main characters, every main character needs a training arc, hello. You guys know. Have you read off the, you know, every main character needs a training arc. It's like, you know, you see Aang in The Last Airbender, you see Deku, any of them. Everyone has to work hard to get stronger. I've already had like thousands of years of training, that's why I'm so strong. Nah, we win. Oh no, you just jinxed it. I thought we did our training arc. You need multiple training arcs, okay? You need to keep powering up more and more and more and more. That's how it is. Then you find enemies that are just a little bit stronger than you, and then you defeat them. Then you find more enemies that are a little bit stronger than you, and then you have to keep going. Even if you didn't escape the training arc, exactly. I can't tell if I agree or feel this. No, it's just part of being the main character, okay? You need to go through these challenges. That's just part of being the main character. Since I'm not the main character, I've already had all of the training behind the scenes, so we don't have to go through all of that. The stronger the enemy, the higher the power up. Okay, but like if 1 Adzennies is like 1% of your power, 100 Adzennies is like 1 Altus. 1 Adzennies is nowhere near 1% of my power. You guys are funny. I mean, even for me, I'm only a fraction of my actual power right now. The power scaling is crazy. Look, as more regular humans, you guys might be strong, but like, you're not gonna find a god strong, okay? You guys, you know, there's levels to this. There's a lot of levels before you can just reach, I'm gonna go fight gods and make them scared of me. Do you think 100 humans can join together and just beat a god? That's not the way it works. Not even 1%. How about Adzennies just chill as a mochi pile? I mean, you can chill around me. I'm not fighting you at the moment. But you're the ones that have to, it's your job, you're adventurers. You have to go save the innocent from all of the voided monsters that come out of the rifts. Okay. That's literally your jobs, okay? I'm just training you guys to make it easier and make sure that you're stronger so you're not in any danger. Are you planning on fighting us at some point? Don't know, maybe. Who knows these things? No one knows. I'm a demon, okay? Don't worry about it. Wait, technically we're what you need to help with recharging your energy. But if we just don't, I'm still physically stronger. You know, just without even using any mana. Just my Oni constitution, I am still stronger. Can I please have NPC immunity? Nope. You're an Adzennie, you're still part of the main character. All of you join together to make the MC, so you're all in this together. Okay, then we just don't get the mana stones if you're so strong. You know, you guys can use mana stones to upgrade your stuff as well. And you guys can also, thanks to me, consume mana and power up as well. So I think you guys need to keep getting mana stones. Not just for me, but for yourselves. Okay, gods don't even have advantage over plot armor. I don't know about that. It depends what story we're telling here. I love when Altus does ZATSU stream. I love how he interacts with Adzennies and reads all the comments. It feels so comfy. I try to read as many comments as possible, but sometimes I miss a few. But I'm glad you're enjoying it here. What if I just want to be a little mochi and not fight you? Eventually? I mean, who said we're gonna fight? Why do you think we're gonna fight eventually? It's kind of crazy. Why would you say that? Okay, but if all of us join together to make a little huge Megazord or something, I think we'll beat you. No. So what if we buy your Ethernet cable then? What are you gonna do? I'll make you miss me. That's what I'm gonna do. Save the innocent from all the voided monsters, and also to clean, do chores, take notes, and set alarm for Altus the Oni. I see. Yes, I'm glad you see. There we go. See, Migara's got it. I'm glad you understand. Can I admit defeat? I'll lose in 100 ways before you even attack. Look, you guys need to get stronger first, okay? We banter with you at the time. I'll consider that training arc. Yeah, I mean, you're mentally getting stronger, I guess. Can't I be a healer and do chores? I mean, you can in Harmonia, but, you know, all of you together make the MC. So, you know, all of you are part of the MC. I can get stronger physically, but I'll get a nosebleed if you yeah. What is yeah? Don't worry about it. Fine then, keep your secrets. I just joined out of curiosity. What are we talking about? About the adventurers needing to train to get stronger so that they can defeat the evil monsters out there. But apparently some of them don't want to. But it's part of your job. What was that tone? What tone? Dye my teal hair to brown, but I'm avoiding these MC allegations. Look, all of you make up the a humanoid Adzennie, okay? Don't ask me how, but each of you together somehow make up the humanoid Adzennie. So you're all in this together. You can't escape it. I don't want to be the MC, I want to stay low profile. I mean, technically in Harmonia you can have a low profile, but you're still part of the MC, so, you know, it's just how it is. Wait, who in FSP do you think Adzennies could beat? In your humanoid form? Quite a few people, actually. You guys do have your suit that you use mana to upgrade your physical specs, so that already puts you ahead of quite a lot. You use Kiri at the moment, which you can only unlock a little bit of her powers, but that's better than nothing, so that's also a big increase. Technically, for at least a few minutes, you can enter the powered up white hair Oni form, which makes you even stronger. And so I think we can beat the human FSP members. You know what? I would say you most certainly could. I'm not gonna lie, but please don't beat them up, okay? Unless, yeah, you know what? You can go beat up the architects or something. I was about to say unless Lamentus do anything, but then I was like, wait, no, the weak ones are my sons. I don't want you don't have my sons. Yeah, not even Lilo. It's okay, you guys don't have to fight normal humans. You guys, that'll be picking on, you don't want to, yeah. You want to fight the monsters that come out of the rift, okay? With great power comes great responsibility. You can't just you can't just attack anyone, okay? What if your sons had us? They wouldn't. You got me as guarding you guys, okay? Do you think my sons would try attack you when I'm here? It's okay, I can protect you from my sons. Don't worry about it. You guys, I can guarantee you'll be safe. Yeah, you know, I feel like Lamentus were meant to be the villains, but I don't know. Not gonna lie, I haven't really seen them do anything villainous right now. Well, they're just chilling. So that's why I'm like, you know, they haven't done anything wrong. I don't think you have to attack them. I feel like Ravenous is more villains than Lamentus. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really see Lamentus as being scary villains. Well, Lamentus are not even here to defend themselves. I mean, it's still marinating. The only villains towards their chat. Yeah, they don't really seem like villains. You know, when they first came, I thought Ravelum would have to be on high alert and would have to worry, but we didn't have to worry about anything. Imagine he jinxed this. I hope I do. I would like to see them try something. I would like to see them as villains try something, you know. They're chilling just for now. Still babies. Alright, if Lamentus were to ever go after someone's, because, you know, from the information I've heard, they're trying to go after our crystals, but they haven't succeeded at anything yet. Who do you think they would target first? Okay, if you guys were Lamentus, who would you target for their crystal? In Revelum, who's the first target? Gale? Look, I mean, Gale is the only human, but he literally has an airship. I feel like that airship's pretty cool, and you know, surely the airship has guns and everything. And Ash can fly. That is true. Ash first. Gale will throw pipsqueaks at us. One of them is a god, I think they're fine. That is true. Ash would be very hard to deal with. Roscoe as well. I don't know Roscoe's powers. I know he has a lot of gadgets and gizmos and everything, but I just don't know what he has. What does Roscoe have? Any Roscoes here? What are the extent of Roscoe's powers? I mean, he is a flesh golem, so I think it'll be kind of hard to kill him. And I assume that he's crystals in his heart or somewhere, right? Where's Mortimer? I assume that's kind of like... yeah. He's kind of undead, so he would be hard to deal with, even if he's not that strong, you know. I mean, he was already chasing Gale. You know, I feel like that's a fair matchup. Gale versus Kaylin. You know, I feel like it has to be right. If the villains are going after people, they have to seek out someone that around their power level. All right, Ash isn't allowed to go chase Gale. That's just unfair. That's not the rules of proper shonen battle manga. Okay. It has to be a good challenge. All right, Ash is not allowed to go after Gale. That's why I came in the teaser. Wait, isn't Lilo on his own mission to find Princess? True. But yeah. Get the power. I don't know if you get the powerful ones first and deal with the rest later, because then, if you're versing the powerful ones, then backup can come, and you have to verse a lot. If you take out the weaker ones first, then only the powerful ones are left. They don't have any backup. I think he would be a good runner since he's been chasing people. I mean, he is a dog boy. He would be pretty physically good or agile. So technically we're saying humans first? Maybe. I mean... I guess so. Like, alright. If Kaylin and Gale are kind of matched, who would Ellie verse? You know what? Ellie and Roscoe. Battle of the Brains. How about that? I think that would be a fun kind of interaction between them. They're both kind of, you know, research scientist-ish people. That would be kind of like cool fight battle. It makes sense. Just throw a couple of rose lines at Kay or call him a goodbye first the human. Throw him off guard. Zombies don't have. He's a flesh golem. How dare you call him a zongi? Remember, flesh golem, okay? You can't just use the Z word on him. That's crazy, Peter. He calls himself a zombie sometimes. Well, okay, it is what it is. Alright, next one. Who can... Lilo. Who can Lilo verse? Who's a good matchup for Lilo? I guess Lilo as a thief. Who do you think he would try target to steal a crystal of? Mlem? Everyone? Zanny or Mlem? Lissy to annoy him. You know what? That's kind of true. I can totally imagine Lilo trying to steal Lucy's crystal. Lucy and Lilo rage bait chase battle. I can totally see that. You know what? Totally makes sense. Although I felt like it would be kind of hard. Like, Lilo is kind of a normal human, even though he is good at breaking out of things. Lucy is like a superhuman in terms of strength. But, you know, who knows? Maybe Lilo can do it. And Pedal Heart, thank you for the 15 months of love and friendship. Mwah. So glad to join ZATSU properly after a while. Happy Monday, Altus and Adzennies. Hope your week has started out gentle. Thank you. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Mwah. Hope you're doing well. Just hope no one would bribe Rai with food in exchange for his crystal. I'm not gonna lie, that could work. You know, if Lamentus starts going after the crystals, then I would just have to warn Rai and make sure he doesn't do it. I would have to also bribe Rai with food. I'd be like, if you say no to someone trying to get your crystal, I will give you food instead. Gotta protect him, gotta protect my dino boy, you know. What if they bring more food? It's okay. There's more members of Ravelem than there is Lamentus. I'm sure we can provide more food on our side. Who else is there? Shiki. Who's a good match for Shiki? I feel like Shiki's pretty smart. Who would he try to go against? Cass? Ooh, a whole magic, but you know, Cass and Shiki might be kind of cool. Yeah, a sage, you know, that could be a cool magic battle. Cass said they can have a diva off. Cass and you. I feel like Cass would be a good match. You know what? I can totally see that. That would be an epic battle. You see them using all their cool magic and everything. They would have a battle over whose hair's better. Mother vs. Diva. Do you think you'd lose against Shiki? Once again, I do not know the full abilities of Shiki, so I can't say for sure. And it really depends. I feel like the thing is, I don't want to verse anyone. Unless it's one of the humans, then I'm fine. Look, if it's one of the humans, I don't have to use magic, I'll be fine. Then I can verse them, no worries. But if it's Shiki or Ash, the thing is, I feel like maybe I could win, but once again, it's gonna hurt me as well. Because if I have to use my normal attacks and my mana, I'm gonna run out of mana really quickly. And then I'm going to have to suffer trying to use like the ether and just like injure myself big time, so yeah. Shikin Altus would be cool. He has a purifying charm, a thing for all demons all around him. Well, I don't have to be near someone. I can literally stand a mountain away and snap my fingers and send a huge lightning bolt at him. Ravelin long hair, casting you versus Lamentus long hair, Ash and Sheik. That would be a cool double battle. That would be pretty epic. We start hoarding the mana stones and farm the voided. You know, if you do that, maybe I have more of a chance. Yeah. I feel like it would most probably be me versus Ash. If anything. The closest battle would be me versus Ash, but I think I would personally try and make it a stalemate where we just stare at each other in aura farm instead of actually battling. Because once again, maybe I could beat Ash. I'm not sure, I'm kind of nerfed, but even if I did manage to beat Ash, I would be in a very bad situation myself, so even if I win, like I said, even if I win, I would suffer greatly from it, so I would prefer not to do that. So, you know, I would just try to convince Ash and say, there's no winners in this battle. You know, chances are we're both going down if we verse, so... You know, I'm sure Ash, as a god, he doesn't want to perish as well, right? Talk no jutsu guy, exactly. I'll be like, this is my way of the ninja. Getting the one-liners like Leon does. And LaBelle, how's it going? But, yeah, once again, I don't know how strong Ash is, but I feel like it would be hard. I'm not 100% like, even if I do defeat Ash, even if I can defeat Ash, it would be, I wouldn't be just like, oh, I'm fine, I beat him and I'm totally normal. It would just be, you know, if we fight, both of us are getting screwed up big time, which isn't a win for anybody. So I feel like I can be there to stop Ash from getting involved in a fight, and we're just staring at each other while everyone else fights around us. That might be what happens. That one JoJo panel, exactly. It's just both of us walking towards each other. Lure him with his interest and maybe he'll sit down and talk to you. Yeah, but this is assuming that the Lamenters have decided to actually get out crystals and everything. I think the other thing is, my crystals, I'm not scared of my crystal being taken. As you can kind of see, I've got a whole spell kind of thing, like a seal on the crystal that I have, as you guys can see. And if anyone tries to take the crystal, it literally just yeets them into the void where I was put before. It's like a pocket void where there's no exit, kind of what I got trapped into before. So if anyone tries to steal my crystal, they just get yeeted into there, so, you know, I'm not too concerned about that. Not even, yeah, I'm not gonna send them to Harmonia. They just get yoinked into a separate void. Okay, so hypothetically, if we get kidnapped by Ash, you just settle for a stalemate? I mean, I'd save you first and then settle for a stalemate. After I save you. Trapped between your let me yoink it. But if you get trapped in the void, that means you can never see Mount Zen and Mount Dojis again. So you gotta think about that as well. What if someone accidentally touches it? I mean, as long as I allow it, it should be fine. As long as I allow touching the crystal, you're fine. It's more, you know, if anyone tries to take it, you guys would be fine. And good night, sweet dreams, Belle. Now that sounds like a nightmare, a world without Mount Zen and Mount Doji. That's why you guys shouldn't take my crystal either, you gotta be careful. Imagine giving Altus a hug and suddenly getting zapped away. It's okay, the Adzennies are safe, okay? If you went into the crystal, you'd just go to Harmonia. You're fine. I wouldn't eat you to the void. Jackson, you the only crystals I want are gacha currency crystals. Fair. It's like a Pokeball Altus just throws it and captures people to use later. But, you know, I could make my crystal invisible as well. Like, when I go out into Gaia, into the normal world, when I go touch grass, I just make it invisible so, you know, it doesn't get the attention of the architects. But it's still there, you just can't see it. Most of the time when I'm out, I don't show it. Otherwise, you know, even though no one can steal it, it does, you know, architects will still chase me. I thought you said you could make it invisible on your model now? Had me jumping out of my seat? Maybe I can. But who knows, maybe you might see that in the future. You don't know. Maybe, maybe not. Can you? I wonder. Why you like this? Because you're adorable when you're being teased. Does that mean your second outfit is not gonna appear? Who knows? I could hide it if I want, or maybe I'm just gonna keep it there. I don't mind you guys seeing it, because this is also like your home. Harmonia exists within the crystal, so... Who knows? You just have to wait and find out. Does this look adorable? The most adorable. Yeah, Oni, it's not the crystal we are concerned about. Uh-huh. Hello, I just came back. What in the world are we talking about? Hello, Minnie. We are talking about, and the Pella, thank you for popping by. We are talking about the Adzennies being adorable. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about the obstacle on the hike of the mountains. Well, who knows? Maybe if you guys are good, I can hide my crystal for a little bit. Who knows? Don't believe him? I just wake up and this is not what I woke up to. We're so good right now. Well, maybe you have a little bit, if you're a little bit more patient, and you be good and wait, then I'll give you a treat later on. But you have to wait. GG, we're gonna get flashed on his 2.0. You have no idea about my 2.0. You know nothing about the 2.0. I'm so interested to see your guesses there. Once I release the silhouette in the future, I can't wait to see everyone's guesses and their art and everything. It's okay, I already know what I need to know. What do you need to know? I'm not sure. Like, Green Cat, you wouldn't be sad if you can't see the mountains, right? I'm sad I'll be the most well-behaved and patient Adzennie. Yes, you will be. Are you kidding? Do you know who I am? Green Cat? You keep bringing that up. I don't know if this is all a bait or if it's gonna be real. You guys don't know. Maybe you don't have anything to worry about. Or maybe you guys would be devastated. And hello, Kyle. How's it going? If we lose chest seeing perms, you want to see arm perms. Oh. I see. You can take the mountains away from Kaikai, but they would draw them even more themselves. Who knows, maybe I'll get withdrawal symptoms. I don't know. Who knows what I'm gonna have? I mean, I know, but you guys don't know. You just have to wait a little bit longer, guys. Don't worry, the wait will be worth it. I think. For some of you at least. But let's be honest. Do you want your 2.0 to have your mountains covered? I mean, if it's covered tastefully, it could still be good. Who knows? You can't keep teasing us like this. I can do anything I want. What are you talking about? Can time go faster? No, it needs to slow down. I still got a lot of work to do before this, okay guys? Time should not speed up at all. If we get arm perms, we may be numbing the arms instead of your ankles. Well, maybe you won't get arm perms. Who knows what kind of perms you're gonna get. Every time you tease us about this, it makes me want to bring out the cigarette-shaped bubble blower. It's okay. Just trust when I say. I know you guys will like it. Okay. And don't worry too much. I know what you guys want. You can trust me. Basically, waiting is also part of the training arc to be strong, muscled, buff, mochi, Adzennies. I'll be the one getting withdrawals if no arm perms. Have you even seen my arms ever? I guess in my reference sheet. But beside that, I don't think you guys have ever seen my arms. Okay, fine. If we don't have mountain or arm perms, can we at least get man bun or ponytail Oni? Once again, I don't know what I mean, I do know, but I can't tell you what perms you're gonna get, okay? Just know that you can trust me. Okay, I know what that Adzennies like. You'll be okay. Haven't you been training us not to trust you too much? No, what are you talking about? It's all a test to see who the good Adzennies are. Plus it's great chocolate out just now skin my cat. I think I gained your patience when you gave me some of your powers, so I can wait, but I'm excited. There we go. Good Adzennie. I can see munchable biceps. Can you? I don't see. I don't see any. What are you talking about? I'm gonna interpret that as mountain blocking removed and we'll now begin gearing up for the hike. I don't know. I don't know. Speaking of ref sheet, the back sky muscle, back muscles still live rent-free in my mind. Prayed for the law. Oh, you want to know about how I got the scar on my back? Good question. Good question. I wonder. Saying we can trust you is a bold statement, but I miss you too much, so maybe I will. Thank you, Tari. Don't worry. You can trust me. What with the tone? What tone? Hold on there, mister. I am holding on to it, Adzennies, right here. Hold it on. Hold it on. Fellow Adzennies, I think the Oni-sama knows our weakness too well. What? You guys have a weakness? That's crazy. I would have never guessed. I thought you guys were invincible. Well, if only someone keeps teasing us with such a voice, I might need Joe King to bring me to the hospital. He's gone. I don't know what you're talking about, but he doesn't work there anymore. That hospital got wiped out by tsunami, I'm pretty sure. If we get arm rights, I volunteer as tribute to be squished like the bicep crushing meme. And good to know. Well, Willow, thank you for the offering. Good to know. I'll write that down. Or an Adzennie will write that down, surely. But that's a big if, okay? I don't know. I mean, I do know. But I have to pretend I don't know anything until it's... I guess you guys will see during the silhouette reveal. I think the silhouette reveal will at least give you an idea of what may or may not be covered. Which... yeah, you guys would just have to see. Can we have tight-fitting clothes if Mount Zendoji is hidden? I don't know, you just have to wait and see, guys. Every time you say I don't know in that hee hee ha ha tone, I get rage baited. Well, green can? I don't know. You're having fun with this, aren't you? I never have fun. I am always so serious. I don't have fun with anything. Question is, are we going to survive once 2.0 is revealed? Look, I worked too hard on this for you guys to survive. What do you mean survive? No Adzennie's gonna survive. Hi, so serious. Alright, you get a special brownie, Migoro. You get a special star for that one. We need to say strong, guys. This is part of the training. I'm glad you understand, Yoru. When the day comes, I will see Adzennies on Twitter go crazy. Well, I hope as much. Well, anyway, it is getting late and I need to finish up some work. Wait. Did I? Oh no, wait, it's fine. Okay, I got scared for a second. No, okay, it's fine. Everything is fine. Wednesday night, actually. Because I'm not gonna be streaming Wednesday night, right? Wait, am I? No, I am streaming Wednesday night, okay. Wednesday daytime, I can't. Okay. I just realized on Wednesday daytime, I will be a little busy. I have to, I'm dog sitting my sister's dog. I just, yeah. I got scared that I accidentally put Pokepia on Wednesday. Alright, well, that should be fine. I put my schedule right, nothing to worry about. Say hi to the doggy for us. I will. I love that dog as if it was my own child, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. That dog is like... I would protect that dog with my life. And hello, how's it going? Please give the dog all the cuddles from us. I will. That's all I'll be doing. I'll just pick up the dog. Every time I see the dog, I don't let the dog walk around. I'll just pick up and hug the dog. Does Doggy get along well with Kiri? Not really. Not because of the dog. The dog is friendly to everyone. And Kiri's just like... Kiri's a bit too much of a princess there. She's just like, I want my own space, hello. It's a small dog. It's a relatively small... It's not like a really, really small dog, but it's on the smaller side, definitely. Kiri would just like jump onto some furniture or something if the dog was near. She doesn't really like other cats and she doesn't really like other animals that much. She likes other humans though. She's normally quite friendly if any of my friends are here. But she doesn't really hang around with other animals much. Is a doggo tiny? No, I would say it's a small dog, but not like super small. Not like Chihuahua size. Bigger than Chihuahua, but wouldn't be considered a medium dog either. So like still on the smaller side. But yeah, anyway, I have to go do some work. I gotta lock in. Thank you for hanging around to chat Adzennies. Hope you guys had fun. Hope you could relax a little bit. I will go back to work now. But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow for Pokepia at 12 PM JST. So like in 13 hours or so. Thank you for the stream, Altus and Zendoji. And Annabelle, thank you for the 15 months of love and friendship. I appreciate it. Welcome back. But yeah, I will see you very soon. Wait, let me check something, guys. Before I... where was that? Hold on 1 second. Hold. Wait, what? Where was that news? One second, let me... I swear they should... Wait, what? What? Vant? Where did it go? Oh, why is it always beeping when I'm scrolling? Whenever I try to scroll, it just gives me the beeping noise. It's in this channel. Oh, it is. Alright. Let me double check Twitter. Okay, it hasn't been released yet. All I'm gonna say is make sure you're following the FSP _ English Twitter page. Yeah. Make sure you're following. I think sometime tomorrow there should be an announcement. I'm not exactly sure. It might be tomorrow or the day after. But there might be something. Just keep your eyes out. Can't say anything else beside that. Just make sure you're following. Or like, you know, something. Something to look forward to. It's a good thing, trust me. But I can't say what. And it's not the 2.0, by the way, just in case you're wondering. It has nothing to do with the 2.0, so yeah, once again, that's a while away. But yeah, just look forward to it. I'm not sure if it's gonna be tomorrow, announced tomorrow, or the day after, but yeah. Anyway, that's it for me. If you're new here, I am Altus Zendoji, your true blue Oni of first stage production and second generation Ravenous. If you enjoy comfy streams, Heartman, and cuteness, smash that like button, become my sub, click the bell and save for notifications, join the membership for emotes and more. Stream my covers Oni no Utage and Shanti, leave a comment in the VOD below. And... okay, no more birthday merch though. Hashtag buy my future merch. I guess I can't say buy my birthday merch anymore. Hashtag back to just buy my future merch, guys. And as always, don't forget to hydrate, stretch, eat something nice, be kind to yourself both physically and mentally. And until our next adventure, adventurers, roll out. Bye bye.